Welcome to Tip Tuesday. I, as a certified holistic nutritionist, am always trying to encourage people to find ways to eat at home more often. I get it, life gets busy, but with just a little bit of planning, we can eat at home more often than we're eating out. Now, eating out ends up being a special occasion, right? For our family, when we go out to eat, it is a special occasion. It's a special treat. But when we are eating out and going to fast food on a regular basis, it's no longer a special treat. It's a part of our lifestyle. And why am I a proponent of eating at home as much as possible? Because we can control the ingredients. When we are eating out and we're going to fast food, our foods are cooked in inflammatory oils, which cause problems for our body's health. We're eating wheat that is sprayed with glyphosate, which is causing problems to our bodies. There are tons and tons of cases where there are links to weed killer Roundup and it causing cancer. I've seen recent research where there are links to Roundup and Alzheimer's. So when we are eating at home, we can control the ingredients. And in addition, when you're looking at the menus of restaurants and especially fast food, there is nothing on the menus that are really nourishing to our bodies, especially for kids. Kids' menus are notoriously deep fried chicken tenders and fries. There is absolutely no nutritional value to those. And then we wonder why kids aren't pooping on a regular basis. Yeah, I said poop because pooping is so important. I am a person as an integrative nutrition health coach and a certified holistic nutritionist who gets excited about people when they poop daily. We should be pooping daily, but if we don't provide that fiber in our diet when we're eating a diet of fast food every single day, there's no fiber in our diet. So we need to be giving our body fiber. So when we're eating at home, we can be making sure that we have those fruits and vegetables in our diet so that we can be pooping on a regular basis and helping our overall health. So you will see in the comments, I'm going to leave 5 tried and true recipes that I have been making recently. So check those recipes out. I understand that meal planning is the hardest piece of this. And a lot of times we just look and we're like, I don't know what to make. I have made it a part of my weekly routine. And so I want to share my weekly meal planning routine with you so that you can help make meal planning and eating at home a whole lot easier for you and your family. So I sit down on either Friday or Saturday, whatever day is available. I sit down for a little bit of time and I plan my menu. So I have a good old-fashioned paper planner still, and I use my month at a glance to write what I'm going to do for the week. So I plan Saturday to Friday for my menu. This is just what works for me. So when I planned this last Friday, I planned for Saturday all the way to the following Friday. So I write it down in here. And while I'm doing that and while I'm looking at menus, I use Pinterest all of the time for my recipes. I have a Google Doc that is a grocery list. So I just have an ongoing grocery list because there are things that I buy, almost every single week when I'm grocery shopping. Like I do a Costco run every 2 weeks. So I have a section for Costco. Things absolutely change based on the menu that I have made for the week. So I use this calendar, I use my Google Doc, and then when I have it all written, then I display it on this pretty board. This is just a picture frame and a dry erase marker, and I write my menu for the week for my family and display it. But I'm going to tell you this, they still ask me, Mom, what's for dinner? I tell them to look at the menu, but more often than not, I just tell them. But it's pretty, and so it helps me remember what's for dinner as well. So I just think that getting into that routine, you might think I can't do that. That's too hard. But just I encourage you to try. And you might not be able to do it for, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that many days. But could you even just try meal planning for 2 or 3 days just to start, just to get into a routine of meal planning and thinking ahead? Because I think back to the days when I wasn't meal planning and it would get to be like 3 or 4 o'clock and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what am I going to make for dinner? And then I'm running to the grocery store, and so is everybody else. So the grocery store is a mad rush of people, and it's just chaotic and getting home and getting everything done. And then you do just want to have takeout all of the time. So with a little bit of planning, and a few recipes that your family will love. And I know that meal planning will be a lot easier for you. I want to give you one more tip. Okay, so when you are on your month at a glance, okay, so you're looking at your recipes, I have done before where I will take a sticky note. So let's say I made something that everyone really, really liked. Okay, so sausage broccoli pasta. I would take a sticky note and I would write sausage broccoli pasta, and then I'm going to put it on the next month. So when I get to, 3-4 weeks down the road, I remember that we really liked that, and I'm going to make that sometime in the next month, like towards the end of that next month, just because we're not having the same thing over and over again. So remembering those favorites and carrying those over to the next month or even to the next month. So I hope that helps. Check out the 5 recipes that I have left in the comments. Like I said, those are tried and true recipes that we've been eating and really enjoy. And give meal planning a try. I know you can do it. Reach out with any questions. If you like my content, feel free to like this video and subscribe. And until next time, to you and your family's health, take care.